Their new push is just that I'm stupid. It is a biennial joint military operation. Sex slave was hired by music mogul. Candace is dumb. She's really stupid. I am so very disappointed in Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, and Pam Bondi, who all made these grandiose promises. I am saying this in its true denotative meaning. She mispronounced a word. There's been so much toxicity given all the toxicity there, discussing their toxicity. We're gonna go scroll through 300 episodes and look, and a CEO and a chairman has to compartmentalize. If you can't compartmentalize, compartmented. We knew a kerfluffle happened as this dress kerfluffle causes this whole race kerfluffle. A serious kerfluffle. She's ignorant. It was a philosophy class called Senior Sem, and he used to come in every day with a debacle. He hadn't yet committed the crime that creates that whole debacle. Taylor Swift was somehow involved in this entire debacle. The Kanye West debacle, Christ is King debacle, the Christ is King non-debacle, Jeffrey Epstein, this whole debacle, Epstein debacle, and him wanting to move on from the Epstein debacle, the FISA debacle. Are you guys following this debacle with her earrings? The Hamptons debacle came up. Okay, remember that whole debacle? Sort of a debacle when that whole debacle was happening, entire debacle, calling out Candace Owens and waiting for her to make a mistake so they can try to delegitimize every effort that she is making to get to the bottom of this thing. That was meant to legitimize her. It wasn't because people were just trying to delegitimize him. This caricature of Candace Owens, I did not grow up in a Prince household beyond a couple of his major hits, namely Raspberry Beret. Retired Green Beret, to do it again posthumously, will be posthumously honored, a posthumous award. They've decided posthumously. And so I'll give you an analogy, or actually an anecdote, not even an anecdote, a little anecdote. I'm sorry, I don't speak German. Everybody uses the terminology blitz, blitzkrieg. You can't even say blitz means lightning, Krieg means war, and the NFL football team say blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg! Like, no, he just liked the architecture. He loved the architecture. It was about the architecture. He loved the architecture. I think this may have been about more than the architecture. In ways that you can honor Charlie. Stop telling us that it has to always be Miss Macabre, obligatory. Does the obligatory thing, doing the obligatory. We're obligatory. Tyler Boyer then jumped into the foray, and Alex Jones jumped into the foray. There is a borough that has been corrupt. A borough of alcohol and tobacco, Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI Borough, or Borough of Prisons Chief. What is the borough doing? All of these bureaucrats, among bureaucrats, into the bureaucrats, the Federal Borough, State Borough, Utah Borough, rebuilding this borough. Look at the boroughs, is the borough's borough. Were you brought into an FBI borough? The IDF even dropped napalm. Because these chips are made with real food, they are more satiating. Beef tallow makes the chips much more satiating. They are more satiating. Towards the end of Obama, we started hearing all of this rhetoric. People are getting tired of this rhetoric. They're tired of rhetoric. And my rhetoric, they didn't like that rhetoric, this rhetoric. The wisdom of Solomon, it came to be seen as an amulet or a talisman. Jews and that medieval jewelry, everything that we're learning about medieval jewelry is a lie. And there have been so many concerted attacks. Definitely am seeing a concerted attack. A concerted effort makes a concerted effort in these concerted efforts. There was a concerted effort. A concerted effort. Obviously, that's pretty reminiscent. Yeah, it's eerily reminiscent. Sweeping powers, reminiscent. It is reminiscent. It's sounding a bit reminiscent. Very reminiscent. So reminiscent. It's becoming very much reminiscent. See them wield a cutlass, the machete, with such flourish and finesse. We all have the same memory of something, but they're telling us it wasn't a thing, like Fruit of the Loom. Apparently there was no cornucopia. Mikey McCoy says to his dad, Charlie's been shot, pray for him. He says the minute, maybe he's being a little hyperbolic, being facetious a little bit, hyperbolic. I'm being hyperbolic here, and I'm not saying that in a hyperbolic way. You're going to be hyperbolic and hyperbolic language, but rather hyperbolic. You were just being hyperbolic, or extremely hyperbolic, this hyperbolic. Okay, I'm probably being a little hyperbolic.
How are you gonna know where he goes and shit, though?
I'm being hyperbolic. Stop having people scroll through every second of my show trying to find me mispronouncing words. It's such a ridiculous way to try to delegitimize the research that we have done.